on game number 2 in just a moment. Of course, TTOne being behind by 1 game so far, and quite an epic first game on Xel'Naga Caverns.
Yeah, it's really gonna be interesting here what TT1 pulls out. Definitely an open map. It's gonna be. Yeah, I can't honestly say which way it's going to go. If it's just going to come down to this gateway abuse at the beginning again, maybe maybe they'll cannon rush or something if that'll go out, but I doubt it. I think both players will play slightly more straight up, but we are going to see, obviously, Kiwikaki getting the northern spawn here as the golden Protoss, and TT1 getting the 9 o'clock spawn here on the western side as the red Protoss. TT1 was asking which map he wanted to veto. You had to pick TT1, that's what he asked, so... He asked what map to veto.
I didn't ref myself. Hang on. I gotta whisper him.
I know. So just for the map rules to clear this up while we're checking with TT1, the loser will pick. The winner will get a veto. They will get to veto 1 map from the loser's choice pool. So TT1 was, I believe he was saying he was intending to veto this map, thinking that was actually his veto choice, but it was actually his pick. So he just picked a map he wanted to veto, which is very interesting. So we'll see if he plays it out. I'm guessing we will. It's not going to be too much of a difference here. They do spawn close ground distance. So we will see which way they go unless Sun Devil wants to call a restart or something.
No, he's telling me, yeah, he did mean to veto it, but he says it's fine. He's, like I said, it's a very standard map for PvP, so he's not too worried about it. He didn't really want to play on it, but there's nothing really wrong with playing on Lost Temple. It's sort of like, for PvP, what maps do you veto? His opponent already vetoed Delta Quadrant. It's probably one of the big ones, just because the architecture of that map allows for a lot of different things for a Protest player to do. So, like, what do I veto? Whatever, Lost Temple. So he's not too concerned about it, just because it's Lost Temple. But we're just going to move on with the game. Did you do the positions? Because I got distracted by that.
I did, yes. Okay. I ran through the positions there as we were figuring that out. And obviously, Kiwikaki is going to get the first scout out there. See that it is close ground distance. TT1 scout going to be going out as well. His gateway is just a little behind. I'm guessing it's because we were making sure everything is copacetic. But
it's really
Cybernetics score started at 18, yeah, as well. We're quite a bit behind there.
His minerals, I don't know. They didn't seem super high, and he is getting a second gateway faster, so this might have been just intended to get the second gateway out faster. Seeing as he's not started... Oh no, he already got the second pylon down.
Yep.
Sometimes you'll see players will delay that second pylon just to get a couple of these buildings down faster. So I'm not entirely sure. I hope the typing didn't mess him up.
Yeah, TT1 scouting cross positions first. Very interesting. He missed the northern spawn there, so now it's a 50-50 chance of where his opponent is. He is going to head to the north end, going to discover, obviously, Kiwikaki in the correct position. Kiwi not really denying that or anything like that. He is hiding his gateway units in the northern part of his base there with that rally point. Pretty interesting. I guess he's waiting for the probe to show up. Probe does scout out, sees nothing in terms of gateway units. Kiwikaki Zealot is going to run down now, so I don't know if he is going to take this opportunity to push. It looks like he is, actually. Kiwi might have caught TT1 a little bit off guard as TT1 Stalker is going to move into the mid-ground. Proxy pylon for Kiwi going down, and they are going to meet face-to-face. TT1 will see that, yes, there was production coming out for Kiwikaki. Kiwikaki's warp gate's almost complete. Second gateway will be just behind that. So we'll see kind of a 2-gate versus 3-gate right now. So TT1 with a slight production lead.
This is kind of reverse of what we saw last game. Actually, TT1 going up to a 4th gateway. So he's going to be going for a pretty aggressive push here. Kiwikaki's already warping in forces, though. So even though TT1 has more gateways on the way, they're not done yet. So Kiwikaki's pressuring him, but warp gate's just finishing up for TT1.
Check Kiwi's base.
Oh no! So if he can warp in very intelligently, warp in just the minimum number of units to defend this, and then warp in some into the base of Kiwikaki, then he might be able to do a bunch of damage here. This is going to come down...
I think. Yeah, he's got Stalkers rallied up there, so Kiwi is going to check that out.
He's going to find it.
The pylon starts.
There's a little bit of a supplies in his base. So
Kiwi's going to recall his units. Going to be able to deal with this on his own base, but pressure from TT1 now is in the perfect position.
Oh, he's going to get a
that pylon's going to open up the front door. TT1 is in the front door here. He's going to warp in whatever he can just to kind of distract Kiwikaki. Stalkers from TT1 now reaching the ball of Kiwikaki at the back of the base. They're most of Kiwi's probes off here. Going to trap these Stalkers in really well. Cost TT1 2, almost 3 Stalkers just to the probes around here. So really good probe micro from Kiwikaki, losing very minimal probes, but shutting down the Stalkers of TT1, forcing him back, denying that proxy pylon. TT1 almost had it with the surprise, but very, very good wear play from Kiwikaki. I'm sure he saw the probe and was just ready to get over there as soon as that pylon was dropped.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where if TT1 was really confident, he could have only warped in a couple units to defend his base, and then warp in a couple more into Kiwikaki's base directly, but he wasn't confident enough. His gateways hadn't finished yet, so he wanted to make sure he could hold his base before he did that, so he was delayed just a little bit, and he wasn't able to do as much damage as he might have been able to. And that comes down to the fact that Kiwikaki just had such quick warp gates. He was putting pressure on him way earlier than he expected. But Kiwikaki is going for a Twilight Council again. But TT1, after going 4 warp gates and not even putting much pressure onto Kiwikaki there, is expanding. So it's a little bit uncommon. Dark Templars this time. And this is tricky, because last time he went Twilight Council, well, it wasn't even scouted this time, it was Blink. So he's going to be unexpected, and this time around go for Dark Templars, and TT1 has 0 detection. So if he can get enough time to get these out, then that'll do a bunch of damage. The problem is the Dark Shrine takes about a year to warp in, so it's going to be a while before any Dark Templars are on the field. So he needs to defend, but against 4 gates, he is going to have a bit of a tough time. 3 free Stalkers, though. Excellent force fields. That's going to help a lot.
From TT1. Wow, that really just reversed the momentum of TT1
look at this. There. Kiwikaki still only has 2 gateways, and he held that off. Like, what the hell? Nerf Kiwikaki. Kiwikaki Imba.
Yeah, whatever he does, like, he's making 2 gates work against 4 gates and an expansion.
Yeah, and they're both expanding, so it's not. It's like they're both expanding, so it's you can kind of take that off the table because they both threw down that 400 minerals. So it's 2 gates versus 4 gates, and Kiwikaki is not only did that, he's now pushing in against TT1. Oh, but this is working against him because TT1's dropping cannons now, so that is going to be detection against his Dark Templars. That's really unfortunate for Kiwikaki. The TT1 is feeling so defensive that he did actually drop those cannons. It's going to work out very, very well in TT1's favor. But Kiwikaki might not even warp in Dark Templars unless he can get an air unit out, or he doesn't have hallucination to try and warp up the cliff at all. Yeah. So he's just got this Dark Shrine, and it doesn't seem like it's going to see much use as of right now.
TT1 dropped a Stargate during that last attack there. He has Void Rays started right now. There is Chrono Boost. There was a Chrono Boost.
He's warping in Dark Templars anyway.
Yeah, he is going to just push with them, use them as actual attack units. Their damage is nothing to be shrugged at.
Yeah, they do a lot of damage.
By the cannons, I see there. Does get by as he engages, and 1 Dark Templar makes it into the main there of TT1. He does have the ability to drop cannons.
Wow!
From TT1, he does pack it in. Kiwikaki going to the finals. TT1 will see QXC in the round of 3, or the 3rd place match, but wow.